Welcome to the shooting show. This week I think will probably be the last chance I get on the autumn drill. There's a field here, we have shot 2 or 3 weeks, well probably 3 or 4 weeks ago now, but they're still on it, they're still finding a bit of grub. Richard, look there, look. Well, the rain stopped, bit of blue sky right in the distance, so hopefully it won't be too wet today. They're still finding a bit of grub on here, so we're just on the corner here. As we stand now looking out, the wind's coming down here, so I've gone purposely on the corner. Hopefully as the day goes on, I'm going to have a few decoys out on that field, the rest of them out here, and hopefully we can entice them to come round, swing round and come into the pattern. That's one of the reasons they're still here, look. Still picking a bit here. Pick the woody out. There it is. Well, we're in what little flight line there is about here. We're in the middle, but the only problem we've got is we've got that big yellow thing sitting right there that's going to be in our face virtually all day. So just one of the things that we've just got to put up with. I've got a sort of fairly good hide that I can get sort of like down low enough to get get underneath it, but hopefully we've got to spot the pigeons first before they can spot us. Well, get fed up with these pigeons. I just felt that I just needed to move literally all the 20 yards or 10 yards down the hedge. As we've got pigeons just coming up that side of us, not quite making the pattern and making it very difficult for me to shoot at. So we're just moving, and I hate moving, even if it's just 10 yards down the field. Well, we're in the middle of a very frustrating day. I've just moved the hide literally only more than 10 yards down the field, down the hedge, because they were coming to my left and I couldn't get a shot off at them. I've moved the lofting poles to the left of me to try and get them in, but bottom line of it is really they just do not want to know. I don't know how else to describe it. They're coming past me, they're coming over top of me, and I just can't get them to come down close enough for a shot. But we'll soldier on and we'll see what the rest of the day brings. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Well, we just trying a few other things. We've got a bit of a pattern building up here. We've got a couple of lofting poles at the top there in the tree. I've just put 2 out the back there. I've got some over there, about 4 or 5 pigeons out there, trying to give these pigeons something to look forward to look to come into, instead of just keep going straight over the top or just to the wider. So we'll have another go. that one decoying, look. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, here, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Head. Well, that concludes another day. A hard fought 55 pigeons and 7 crows, and how the day's gone, I'm really pleased to get that number. We got here this morning, there's a lot of pigeons feeding on this field. They're still picking up from the fresh drilling, they're still picking up stuff from when we had the fire come through. There's a lot of wood pigeons out here. We walked them off, a lot of them went behind us. We watched the flight line. We ended up going right on the corner of the hedge there, but I was very sort of like soon realised that the pigeons were coming up here and just drifting out, and I couldn't get a shot off at them. So I just literally moved from the corner of the hedge 10 metres down to here, where that just gave me an opportunity to shoot anything going by. 3:15 this afternoon was the first pigeon that actually decoyed into the pattern. Everything else was shot coming over, going wide, going this side. I don't know what's the matter with these pigeons here, but they are very decoy shy. They'll be coming up here, they just sort of get to the decoys, just on the edge of the decoys, and just drift out, going out to their mates other side of the field there. But as it happens, we carried on and gone through it all. I'll probably be on Strictly Come Dancing, all the pirouettes I've done in the hide with these feral pigeons, which have been an absolute nightmare today. But we finished up with 62 head, and on the day I'm really happy with that. Good right, good right. Good boy. Go on, get back, get back, go on, get back. It's been a hard fought day today. I hope you enjoy watching the results on the shooting show.
So this is the Pulsar Talion XQ38 thermal rifle scope. As you can see, it's a nice little compact scope. You've got a plastic lens cover on the front there, which folds back out the way. You've also got a nice smooth focus on the front. Power button is here. You'll notice this fin design here. When the focus wheel is aligned with that fin, that gives you an approximate focus of 70 yards. So if you're out in the field at night, the average shooting distance is around about 70 yards, so that gives you a good quick reference point. Working back down the scope, we've got the battery compartment, which is here, which is a nice little design. That holds the IPS5 battery pack, which gives you approximately 9 hours use, and that locks back into place like so. Back to the end here, and you've got all your controls right here. This is a really nice little setup. It's perfectly located on the eyepiece there, so whether you're left-handed or right-handed, it's nice and easy to swap between the menu functions. You've got 3 buttons on there which control all the main functions of the scope. You've got the plus button, which acts as a zoom. It's a 2.5 base mag with a maximum mag of 10 times, so 4 times zoom. The other button here is a record button, which records footage or stills directly to the inbuilt memory. You can obviously play that back using the Stream Vision app from Pulsar, or you can also live stream as well, so someone else can watch it on a mobile device or tablet. You got the rear button is your menu button, so a long press on that will bring up all the main menu functions, and then you've got like a jog dial on the top here. And as familiar with a lot of the Pulsar scopes, you've got a soft rubber eye cup on the rear there. You also know on this one it's got a quick release mount, which mounts directly to a Picatinny rail, which is a nice feature. The unit is made from magnesium alloy, so it keeps it nice and lightweight. This is only 700 grams for this scope, so it's compact, lightweight, perfect for a little setup like this. The sensor is a 384 by 288 40 MK net D. It's high recoil resistant as well, so you can use it on smoothbore calibers like a shotgun, or you could use it on 375 Holland, 3006, anything like that. So make a nice little compact boar hunting scope, close range boar hunting, or just as I've got it here, rabbiting and ratting and close range rimfire or air rifle work. So you've got 5 shooting profiles on this scope, so you can set this up for different rifles, so you can chop and change between them. You've got 10 reticle options, and you've also got 9 colour palettes. Picture-in-picture mode as well, which is a nice feature. I like using that on these scopes. And this unit is fairly reasonably priced. It's a budget-friendly option, for at least for a thermal scope anyway. It comes in at $1,950 or $1,990, give or take a few pence, including the quick release mount there. Overall, scope looks really nicely made, really solid, nice and compact, and I'm looking forward to taking this out after a few rabbits this evening. Right, so we're down the golf course, and we're all set to go and have a little hunt for some rabbits. Right, let's see what we can find. Another one down, that's two. That's a cricket buck come along there and he see that rabbit on the deck and I think that made him jump. That pricket was probably only 30-40 yards away. I was just walking down to pick that rabbit up when he walked up. I've actually seen more deer on here tonight than we have rabbits. Right, this really is a bit of a shoestring night tonight. There isn't much about, but that's 4, so I think I'll have one more walk round just so I can find a couple more, but I've literally haven't really seen much more than that, so don't know where they all are tonight, but oh well, hopefully find 1 or 2 more. Cool, that was an unexpected result. I literally just walked across here, I wasn't even really being that quiet because there was a couple of rabbits further down on the other side of the green, so I was just merrily stomping along, but the wind is going this way, and I just glanced up with the thermal, with the mergers here, and there was a fox just mooching around, only about 60 yards in front of me, so just quickly jumped on the rifle, set it up on the tripod, jumped on the rifle and just let it turn sideways, just give it a quick just to stop it, and it stops, look round, fox over, so ideal. That's a nice end to the evening. Right, let's go and have a look. Right, so that is big old dog fox. That actually, it's a pretty good sized fox. So the 2.2's it's not the ideal calibre for foxing, but if you put that round in the right place, it does put them down at sensible ranges. Excellent. Right, well, I am happy with that as a little grand finale for the evening. Didn't do too well on the rabbits, but to get a fox is a good bonus. So thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.
So it's the early part of November and the clocks have only just gone back, and it's around about this time that I like to start my grey squirrel control in the winter. Now the temperature started to drop a little bit, there's less natural food around, and the peanut feeders that squirrels are quite happy to ignore only a few weeks ago are starting to get lots of activity now. Now the permission I'm on provides bulbs and plants and seeds for the garden industry. There's a couple of large warehouses on the other side, and later in the year when they're full of stock, the squirrels cause an awful lot of damage by getting in there, destroying the boxes and the packaging, and obviously eating the stock as well. So I like to try and get in before then and try and thin out the squirrel numbers as best I can. Now I've set up a feeder in the woods. It's a little bit of a walk away, and I had a trail camera up there for the last couple of weeks or so, and the footage from that and the level that the feeder's been going down tells me that the squirrels are well and truly on it. So with a bit of luck we'll get one or two. So I set the feeder up only about 20 metres away from the hide, so it's quite close. So rather than causing any more disturbance when I get there, just to tell you what gear I'm using today, the rifle is a Daystate Wolverine R, it's the C type. It's a 2.2 caliber 12-foot-pound rifle. Side lever action, humour regulated and nice and accurate as well. It's got 11-shot magazine in it too. The scope is an MTC copperhead, and that's held on with a set of sports match scope mounts. So the estate manager's son has set up a little campground here, and I've requisitioned the picnic table, which is comfortable at the moment, but I'm sure it's going to not be that way after a few hours. And the feeder is only about 20 metres away on an old oak tree, so all I need now is a couple of squirrels to turn up. Well, having caused a bit of disturbance getting in and everything, I thought I'd have a few minutes grace. I'm still fanning around setting up GoPros and what have you, and I happened to look up and saw a squirrel on the feeder stuffing his little face on peanuts, and I managed to switch on the long camera just in time to get the shot, but I didn't get it on the GoPro, so hopefully it's come out clearly. You're not going to believe this, but second attempt at putting the GoPro on, looked up again and there's another squirrel on the feeder. Literally 2 minutes after the first one, again didn't have the scope cam set up. Hopefully managed to catch it on the long camera, and yeah, it's 2 down. I've only been here 5 minutes and it's not always this easy, I promise you. Well, that's a third one off the feeder. It had like a dark mark over its nose. It looked like a Freddie Mercury moustache. And I was so preoccupied checking that the one on the floor was dead that I failed to spot that there's a second squirrel halfway up the tree, and there's a pigeon behind it as well, believe it or not. And obviously didn't see them to take the shot. They're both cleared off now, but hopefully one of them will be back again. Well, I saw that one at the base of the feeder, and he was foraging around on the floor for something to eat, and I tracked him for quite a while through lots of twigs and branches, and eventually he put his head up enough for me to get a shot, sort of the back of his head, sort of 3/4 in the back of his head. I'm fairly certain that I knocked him down straight away, but because of all the foliage there I can't be sure. And dead squirrels, headshot squirrels, do thrash around quite a little bit, but I'm going to go over there and just make sure that he's properly dead. There were two on the base of the tree there, and I see that quite often here actually. They often come in 2s and 3s. One of them made his way up the tree, but the other one stayed at the bottom, turned around and looked straight at me. I don't know whether he heard me or something, but all he did was just give me a really nice clean shot straight onto him. And that's, I think, 5 in the bag now. Well, that one was on the bottom of the tree again, and he was hunting around for a peanut, and I couldn't get a shot on the floor because he was behind a branch, but he made his way up towards the feeder, and whether he heard me or smelt me or something, but he seemed to freeze halfway up, nice and side on the side of the tree, and I was able to drop him nice and cleanly. I think I'm going to make that the last one. This seat is getting really uncomfortable now. I'm sure if I hung around for a little bit longer I'd probably get a few more, but I think I'm going to call it a day, go and pick up those 6 squirrels on the floor and take them off to my local bird of prey centre.
If you aren't a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you.